Shalom. Parashat Noach. We're going to continue with ideas related to building a home in Parashat Shavua. Parashat Noach is commanded to go and build himself an ark, take his family, and close themselves up in an ark for quite a long time. It's nearly 300 days altogether they're inside the ark. Living in an ark could be very, very challenging, very hard. Why does Noach have to go and live in the ark? He has to go and live in the ark because outside there's a storm, there's a crazy storm outside, there's a mabul coming down, and you can't be outside. If you're outside, you're going to be washed away, you're going to be destroyed. That's what happens to anyone who's outside the Tiva, outside Tivat Noach. Throughout history, there's an ideology, a way of life sometimes, of creating areas which are kind of a Tivat Noach. We say we need to close off from things, the dangerous things happening around us. For many years in exile, that was the way for Jews to survive, was to create some kind of a Tivat Noach around them, the closed Jewish community. And unfortunately, we know that many people who left that closed community assimilated over the years. That's why that was the proper way to go around things many times. But now we're not speaking about that. We want to speak about what a home should be. A home normally shouldn't act like a tiva, totally closed off from things. But we need to work out what is the relationship between our home and what's around us. And sometimes even things that are very positive outside in the regular day-to-day life, they could be very positive. But when we're speaking about our home, about building our home, we sometimes need to be slightly more careful about them and work out what we're going to do. The Gemara in Masechet Brachot says, Tanya Rebbe Omer, Le'olam lo yarbe adam ra'im betoch beito. Okay, Rebbe says, never, Le'olam. Don't have too many friends inside your house. Friends are good, friends are great, friends who have fun with friends. We love them, they are friends. But the Rebbe says, Le'olam lo yarbe adam ra'im betoch beito. You need to be careful inside the house. Don't have too many friends inside the house. Okay, it brings a pasuk from Mishlei, Ish re'im li t'ro'eh. A person of friends, it becomes ra'ua, it becomes unstable, things become bad. What's so bad about having friends? Friends are great. But we need to know there's the home and there are the friends. And we need to know how to separate between the two things. We need to know what belongs where and how to create different things. We need to understand friendship is very important in life, but there has to be an object that it's going to be a friend of other people. And the home is your actual being. The home is actually who are you? What are you? What's your life? Once you, whoever you need to be, then you can now start having friends. Rav Kook explained in that Gemara in Sefer Enaya. So he says, Al ken ba'asher chaye ha'mishpacha hi reshit hatzedek ve'achareh tavo chaye ha'reut. We need to understand. First of all, you've got your family. Creating your family, creating your home the way your home has to be. That's the base. That's the beginning of everything. Once you've worked that out, once you've worked out your home properly, now you can start expanding and having friends. Because what will happen if you have many friends coming into your house? Your friends come in. And there's a vibe, different friends, different vibes, different things happening. And then what happens, it's your home, but the group, the friends, they take over the atmosphere. And instead of you being who you should be, your whole home starts acting in the way that's good for friends, good for the way the friends are. In a home, it's not only one person. It's a person, his spouse, later on kids. You need to create the connections. How are the connections going to be working between the different people? After that, everyone's got their place. Everyone knows where they belong, know how they interact, know where they're going towards, what things are about. Now we can start adding on. Now things can add on beyond that, and we can start having friends and relationship with friends. So if Cook goes on and says, first of all, we need to realize things. As we said, first of all, has to be the family, and only after the family come in the friends. It says, "Alken yo re'im auvim." Good friends. Good friends, they have an influence on you. A good friend is a friend that you and him, you move each other in different places. ישפיעו הם עליו והוא עליהם. There's an interaction, things are moving. But if they're going to now affect your home, then that's bad. First of all, you have to make sure that your house is the way your house needs to be. It feels like a different world. But when I got married, so we had a thing between different friends that after someone got married, we used to try call him in the evening. And we all knew, we came home, and one of the first things we did for the first at least year after we got married, most nights when we got home, first of all, we pulled the phone out of the phone had to be, there was a cord, had to connect the phone to the phone line. Without that, there was no phone. Then you knew that's it, you're in your house, you're isolated, you're closed up, everything's fine, no friends coming in. In today's world, it's not only physical friends coming in, it's the fact that we're on social media the whole time. And even without actually interacting with friends, or interaction with friends, but not physically the friends being in the house, the interaction happens in many other ways. You need to be very, very careful. First of all, creating that very clear space. That space, again, it doesn't have to be like a divat noach. It's not bad things happening outside. It's great, it's friends, it's perfect, but it has to be sealed out. It has to be clear where's the place for the house and where's the place for the friends. And it's got to do with the time. It's got to do with how much the phone, how much interferes with other things. And it's got to do with creating that just a lot of time for the home, especially at the beginning, but also later on throughout life. It's always that way. There always has to be, first of all, the family, the home, and then later on there's also space for everyone else to come and join in. Shabbat Shalom, everyone.